You've seen a lot of generations turning over, and I'm sure you've seen a difference in the way, in like the generations of students. Like I said, I've been teaching for a little while now, and I've even seen like, wow, I go like, I really can't teach the way that I was taught. Like, there's just certain things that you that aren't acceptable anymore.
Yeah, like hitting.
Like throwing chairs. And I don't understand why.
Hands, it's tight.
Like there were teachers who used to smoke in the room and, curse up a storm.
Sure.
And, you'd go and you'd be like, oh my God, terrorized. And your mother or father was like, that's right. It's different. You can't now discuss the body the way you used to. Like, you could just out and out be like, oh, you're fat. You can't do that anymore. It's a lot more, more sensitive. I like part of it. Yeah, politically correct.
Yes.
I think that's good because you hopefully end up with less damaged people. But do you feel like there's sort of a trade-off in that? With the paradigm shift? I mean, you always lose something, you always gain something.
Yeah, I think that's true. But I also think that saying something in a kinder way doesn't hurt,
right?
And doesn't cause that negative feeling to keep spiraling. You can say to a dancer, "You're too fat," which is kind of harsh,
right?
Or you can say, "In this school or in this company or in this situation, you need to look at what some of the other dancers look like,
right.
And perhaps reevaluate whether what kind of dance you're interested in, and maybe it's a student who really can't lose any more weight,
right?
Maybe
right. It's
they're
just their
at their weight.
That's
and so then you, as an advisor and maybe as a teacher, you say, okay, look at this company because they have dancers with lots of different sizes and shapes. Right. Or don't go to that audition. They only like short people.
Right.
Right. So you're too tall for the company, and it's not just fat and skinny. I mean, it's the whole spectrum. It's the whole spectrum. Companies often will hire a dancer that looks exactly like the dancer that you're replacing.
Exactly. And that's a real
thing. The costume will fit. Absolutely. The costume will fit. Your partnering will work. It is easier for them. They're used to seeing a particular kind of dancer. It's a look, and it's specific, and it's not personal. No, it's not personal. You're not. It doesn't mean that you're not fabulous or good enough. It's just you're not that girl, right? Or boy. Yes. One of the nice things about Horton is that almost every kind of body can do it. There's certainly limitations. I mean, if you don't have exceptionally high extensions, you will get higher extensions by working in this technique. But you don't need fabulous turnout. It will train you.
So let's talk about that. So there is no real quote unquote Horton body, but are there body types like a longer torso, shorter legs that are preferable to the technique?
Well, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
When I think about the dancers that were in the Horton Company and the bodies that this technique was developed on, they were all different sizes and shapes. Bella Lewitsky was quite small. She had a long torso, not such long legs. Joyce Trissler was very tall, very slim, had legs that started up at her armpits. Right. Carmen de Lavalade was somewhere in between. Right. So Marjorie Percy's was not as small as Bella, but not as tall as Joyce. It's
equal opportunity.
Yes, and he also, I think he liked that diversity. I think he liked the differences in the bodies. Of course, Bella Lewitsky was the body that the technique was pretty much designed on. And the saying was, if Bella can't do it, it can't be done. Right. So
I think it's fast. That's beautiful. That's beautiful to know, because I think there are a lot of dancers who have difficulty finding their fit. Like, you may love ballet, but ballet doesn't love you, or even cutting hair. Like there are a lot of techniques that really sometimes you just go like, I don't know what it is. So maybe Horton is a place where you can feel yourself a dancer and not and have an equal shot at it, regardless of whether you're tall, short, tight, thin, fit, whatever. It doesn't matter. Wow, I like that.
That's how I feel about it. There may be disagreement.
Other people,
we'll
right?
See. We'll see if other people.
If you disagree,
if you disagree,
write in now.
Yes, write in.
Yeah.